Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for F1 Manager 2024 as we continue our run here with our creative team, Broyar Racing. And we are ready for our next race, Azerbaijan, ready to jump right in. But before we do that, I do want to address that as of right now, I am playing on version 1.7. Now, 1.7 was just a tiny little bug patch, but 1.6 was a rebalancing patch. So it is a new patch since the last episode. Supposed to help rebalance some of the AI development, some of the kind of mentality things. Just there's a whole bunch of stuff in it. If you want to go look it up, I definitely recommend it. But a lot of rebalancing. There was a few things that need to restart the save in order to take advantage of. There is a rebalancing of how the AI cars start out at the very beginning of the very first season, which brings everything closer together. Which actually for me is probably bad, because if it's closer together, that means we're probably going to overtake them sooner. But it is more competitive for the AI races against each other. So I don't really care how the AI performs against each other, quite frankly. I mean, it's a good change, don't get me wrong. For me, like, in the context of what we're trying to do, it doesn't really matter, because we're just trying to beat everybody. So it doesn't matter where they all are in comparison to each other if we're just trying to beat everybody. So I'm not super worried about that. I'm not going to restart just for that reason alone, that's for sure. There's also a boost to how much, or a balancing, I guess, of the expertise that everybody has. What else was there? Oh, and then for the creative team, there was a rebalance of how much money we have at the start of the run. Because obviously, if you look at it, a creative team, they have like half the money of all the other teams because, well, we thought maybe because it was a creative team, there was like a huge buy-in or something like that. Apparently, that was either a bug or they changed their minds or whatever. And so, if you were to start a game right now with a creative team, you would start with a ton more money than I did in this particular run. So, to be fair, that would actually help us and make things less competitive. And so, we are not going to restart for that reason either. So, there's a few things you would have to have restarted for. We're not going to restart for any of those. We're just going to continue on with our run. Supposedly, the AI is a little bit better at doing research and design and things like that in the years to come. Although, from what I hear, a little better is a very strong word there, because supposedly you can still just overpower them by season 3, most likely. We'll see if that does come to play. Hopefully that was incorrect information. Hopefully they are balanced and it will take us longer than 3 seasons to dominate this. We shall see. But there you go. I'm not restarting. In order to pick up all the changes, you would have to restart. So if you're playing along, or if you want to get those changes, you will need to restart your save. But for me, I just don't think the changes that they said that you had to restart for were going to help the situation. If anything, they would actually make it more overpowered for us in the long run. So, we're just gonna leave it as is. Let's get in here. We did finish 13th, 14th in qualifying, of course. How do we want to do this? I mean, I think the 3 stoppers does feel like it's gonna be the faster. Let's go ahead and bump that up as much as we can. Can we bump that one up as well? We can bump that one up. Safe second, 7 seconds is pretty insane. 8 seconds right there. I think something like that, and we can even push this one a little bit, is probably a really good strategy. Yours is slightly different. I mean, we're definitely going to max out that. That's fine. And I think we go pretty aggressive on that first one. Maybe even be able to max that one out as well. Maybe not. Honestly, I think something like that looks good. Let's go with these. Slightly different strategies. We'll see how it plays out. Got, the better engines on because this is a power track. So we're going to run with our best engines for this particular run. And really at this point, we're just trying to survive to the end of the season. We're not really trying to go for points anymore. We're just trying to survive, hopefully not have to build a whole bunch of new parts. That is the current goal. So let's go.
Well then, it's not long until... Here we go, with the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
I mean, if we could sneak into some points, awesome. If not, I don't think it's the end of the world.
It's lights out, and away we go.
Alright, I do want to change some of the mentalities here. We're not going to defend. I'm just going to leave it on medium for aggression, though. I just want to lower the chances of us having an accident. I normally would go high aggression on overtake, but I don't really care. We're just trying to survive, like I said before. So I think this is all fine, well, and good. Yeah, let's go ahead and go. Not really much to see. They did add a couple options, by the way. You can minimize all the driver stuff. You can also hide the UI. So a couple new things that they added in, which is kind of cool. I mean, I'm not going to play with them right now, but it is cool that those two things exist. We're going to try to zip through this pretty quickly here. I don't know if there's any reason for us to not just go as aggressive as we can here and zip through these races relatively quickly here. We've moved up to 12th, almost 13th. I don't expect us getting into points, but, you know, it'd be cool if we did. You never know what could happen around us. Really just pushing both these tires as aggressively as we can until pit stop time. Ibanez staying in 12th. Hagen, I was going to say she's about to pass up into 11th, which she did. Awesome. Keep it up. I don't know that she can catch 10th. If she caught 10th, that would be insane. Being 10th place, just getting 1 point. 1 point's all we would need to do to secure our spot in the overall, in the constructors. All right, looks like we're good on fuel. Let's go ahead and bump those back down. All right, middle bit here, we're just going to go ahead and zip along pretty speedily. I have a feeling Ibanez is going to have a hard time catching Hamilton, though. I mean, you got to expect Mercedes is just faster cars. So the fact that she's even competitive at all is impressive.
And now we've had a crash.
I think it's behind us, isn't it? Yeah, this is behind us. Does not really apply to us, or does not affect us that much. Unless there's a straight up yellow out, which there is not. Oh, Ibanez dropping down to 13th. She spin? No. Well, she's actually going a little bit harder on her trajectory than I thought she should, so we'll drop both of them down. Might be a little bit too late for her. We might have to pit her a lap early. That's fine. We have a little bit of extra on the end, so pitting her a lap early would not be too big of a deal. Yeah, her degradation is obviously starting to affect her a bit. We'll probably schedule her pit on this lap here. Perfect. That's actually timed out. We're just barely able to make it. We'll go ahead and go back up to attack. We'll go ahead and go up to push. We'll go ahead and go up to deploy. Let her burn out this last lap here. Put it a little bit low, but I think we'll be alright. Famous last words, right? First pit stop. Let's go watch it. Come on, guys. Let's get a pit stop. I didn't show you the pit stop timings. I will show you that in a minute. But we are starting to work on some of our mistake chance, lowering that a bit. So 2.3 seconds is an insane pit stop. That is lightning fast. That's exactly what we want to see. We want to see lightning fast pit stops. And now that we've got lightning fast pit stops, we're going to start lowering those mistakes quite a bit going forward. We'll stay on... Well, actually, we're going to drop you down to aggressive just a little bit. Just get a little temperature before we go full on attack here. I have a feeling most of the other teams are probably going to go to single pit. So us going double pit is a bit risky, I suppose. But, you know, we're going to see how it goes out. I know she's at 0, but I think she'll get a little bit of a charge here in just a second. Just let her push just a smidge. And then we will have her build back up again. All right. I don't know how much she got, but we'll call it good enough. All right, Fernandez should be coming in for his pit here in just a moment. And I'm going to say at 35%, we'll go ahead and schedule his pit. We'll let him go ahead and full on attack here. And we'll go ahead and get his pit scheduled as well. Come back out on another set of mediums. Come on, guys. One more good pit stop. Let's go. Two-5. I mean, it's not a bad pit stop. It's not going to be top 10, obviously, but it was no mistakes. It's still a good pit stop. We'll take it, but definitely need to be faster if we're going to win the top 10. Oh, sorry. I want to push, and I want to go down to aggressive here. Just still get some temperature in the tires. Might have to conserve a little bit at some point, but for now we're fine. Right. Go back down to balance, go back to attack, go back to deploy. Alright, we'll top up and let's speed back up again until the next pit stop. It's starting to chase some people down, which is great to see. Although as these guys come out on their fresh pit tires, they'll start catching back up again as well. Ibanez up back up to 14th. Moved up to 13th. Good job, good job. How many people around you still need to pit? A lot of people actually still need to pit. So if you can catch back up and basically be up in 13th, 12th, 13th, something like that, and everybody around us also needs to pit again, you know, then our second pit's going to be not a problem at all. All right, let's go ahead and put you back on neutral. We're below the line. We're right on the line. We're okay. We're okay. Fuel's actually starting to look good again. I think we're going to be all right there. Supposedly they reduced the chances of technical faults, I believe, based on the bandwidth that your parts are in. Gasly apparently getting a crash. I didn't see the crash.
Every time.
Not sure what crash we had. So I think we're less likely to get faults if we keep our parts relatively healthy, if that makes sense. So if we're not using like sub 55% parts, I think we're going to have much less chance of faults, if I read it correctly. Don't quote me on that. I think that's what I read, but it might play out a little bit differently than I'm expecting. We're looking over here. We're looking okay. Looking okay. Ibanez up until 11th. Again, she still needs to pit, but a lot of people around her also still need to pit. How's Bottas? Where's Bottas on this? Bottas also needs to pit soon. So yeah, she should... I think she could secure 11th in this run. Now, it's still this close to an actual placing spot where she gets some points. We are going to go ahead and come out on our softs here. I mean, I don't think changing anything here matters because we're on virtual safety car.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
I don't know that we want to... I mean, we could pitch you because we know it will last long enough. Oh, Hamilton being out might actually give her her first chance at points. Okay, guys, this just got serious. This just got serious. Do we want to pit you as well? You're far enough back that we won't be stacking you. I think we pitch you as well. You're only a lap off of where we want to pitch you anyway. And we should be able to... Yeah, the sauce will be fine. Let's go ahead and pitch you. Take advantage of this. I mean, the virtual safety car is obviously not as good as a real safety car, but it is still something that we should take advantage of, I think, if it's optimal for us. Ibanez has a chance here because Bottas has to pit too, and we're both going to be coming out on some good tires. Now, Bottas is going to be coming out on slower tires because he just used his softs, right? We know he has to come out for slower tires. Well, unless he started with like a set of mediums or something like that. Which means I guess he could do double soft. We're going to watch this. I'm expecting him to pit ahead of us. But we'll see. He did. Okay, so he's pitting in. I doubt we get out in front of him. I mean, our pit crew is super fast, but I don't think we're going to get out in front of him. Nope. Okay, so he did get out ahead of us. What kind of tires did he come out on? I didn't say. 1 second. Oh, he's also... So he did get to come on soft. So he must have started on mediums or hard or something like that and just did double softs. Okay, that's fine. Oh, 2.4 for Fernandez. Not amazing. So we're not... I think we might have one person in the top 10. I don't know that we have two. We are going to go ahead and push on the fuel a little bit here. We actually can push on the fuel a lot. And... let's continue topping up here. I mean, the VSC's just now ending. So we're going to push on fuel here. Okay, everything else looks good. Chasing down Bottas is not going to be easy. But we have a chance. The fact that he's on softs is a little bit disappointing. I was hoping he'd be on something else. But what about Russell ahead of us? He's on hards. I don't think we catch any of these other guys is the problem. Russell's a possibility. But unlikely. So most likely we're probably going to like 12th or 11th or 12th, I should say. But, you know, it's worth trying. In fact, on that note, do we even dare try putting her on high aggression? This could be famous last, like, failure words here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and let's do a lap of attack on full deploy. And same thing with you. A lap of attack on full deploy. We just can't do much. We can do a little bit here at the beginning. Just try to catch these guys a little bit. And a little wiggle room here. Kind of got to babysit this a little bit, but... And it could come back to bite us in the rear end later just because we're going to have less tread than most of these other guys later. But I don't know. I'd like to try for this. Hulkenberg's not that far ahead of us. So it's not impossible for us to catch him. Alright, we're going to go down to aggression here. Go ahead and go down to aggressive here. Still push everywhere else. Ibanez up to 11th. Chasing down 10th. She's got a fastest lap. I don't know how that's possible. And there's no way that sticks. Ibanez up to 10th. Oh my. Okay, yeah, I was going to say the fastest laps are not going to stick. Okay, we're going to have to go back to top up. And coming in here, we're going to have to go down to standard. I don't think she can break free from this pack, but the fact that she's in the pack is really awesome. And we can push the fuel a little bit more here. We can be a bit aggressive with the fuel. She can just stay close to 10th, battle out with 10th, and then maybe we can try and take it at the end. That would be pretty awesome. I mean, this whole pack here altogether is a little bit scary. I'm going to go a little bit low on the fuel here. She's starting to break away a little bit, but I doubt that's going to last very long. As soon as we see like a negative, we'll just go ahead and go back to normal. See if we can build up a little bit for the end of the race. I mean, she's battling it right now. Now, we are charging back up again. So hopefully we can build up enough charge to take them at the very, very, very end. Our tire tread is actually honestly right in line with theirs. So they're pushing about as much as we are. We're not going to have a tire tread penalty like compared to them, if you know what I mean. So we should be all right. And the fact that we're charging here, he's starting to get away from us though. That's a problem. That's for Russell actually. Hulkenberg is... Oh, he must have pit. I did not realize. 10 laps to go. Come on, guys. Really need her to catch back up again. Piastri's just pit. But he's already back out. Bottas catching up with us. Don't know if we can catch him in time. He's very fast. Very, very fast. He's on hards. He's on hards. Bottas is wearing down a little bit though. His tread is worse than ours, so hopefully that bodes well for us here at the end. We can build up enough of charge. There's a chance we could chase this guy down. Fernandez, just stay 13th. That's all we care about. Just stay safe. It's not impossible. I'm just trying to be patient here. Really want to wait till we get to like, what, 3 laps left, 2 laps left? Probably 2 laps left. We probably want to push it 2 laps left and see if we can catch him. We're going to be fine on the tire tread. We can definitely attack here at the end. Come on. Fernandez and Hulkenberg fighting it out. That's fine. Come on. We're about to get to 3 laps left. Notice, right? Nobody's been lapped. We haven't been lapped, right? No, we have not. There's a few guys being lapped, but not us. Although it's close. Verstappen is right on Bottas's tail, so very close to lapping us. But I think we'll be fine. This is 3 laps left. When we hit 2 laps left, we're going to go for it. Do we care about him? I don't think we care about you at all. We just let you... We'll put you on neutral. I might have you attack, but I'm not going to babysit your fuel and your tires too much. Well, I say that. It's probably okay. All right, here we go. Let's go watch this and see if we can get something here for you. We're going to go ahead and go attack on the tires. We're going to go ahead and push on the fuel and deploy on that. Can we catch you? Not impossible. Alright, so you have been lapped, so you actually can go attack, push, and deploy after all. I don't think it'll matter much, but since we don't have to babysit you as much because you're actually been lapped, then it should be fine. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, get within a second. Just hope we didn't attack too soon. 2 laps is a little bit early, but I think we've got enough DRS to make it. I mean, as long as we get on his tail, we can get past him in the DRS zone. We're fine. The problem is, we have to pass him now because there's not enough DRS like around the final lap to really make up for it. What I'd like to do is get close to him on this first one and pass him on the second one, but we'll see how it plays out. Close, close, close. We don't have to pass him here. But if we do, I guess it's not the end of the world as long as we can hold on to it. All right, we are going to go ahead and have you set to always defend as well. We just have to stay past him here. If we stay past him here, we might have this. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Get it, get it, get it. Get it, get it, get it. Oh, come on. I don't know, guys. I don't know if we can get this. Come on. Come on. Stay on deploy. Come on, stay on deploy. Let's go. We're in this windy bit back here. Tires are okay. We've pushed it to a second and 1.1 seconds. I mean, we don't have much left to deploy, and I'm just going to drain it out because I'd rather just get a bigger stretch here. And if he catches us, he catches us. We're getting 1.6 seconds. Come on, it's just us and him. First points, first points, first points. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. We got this. Oh, we're done. We got it. First points. Nice. Nice. I was not expecting points today. Not at all. I mean, I knew it was always an option. And the fact that Hamilton crashed out, that's what gave us that option. That's what opened the door. But we did still have to do a bit of racing there, right? It wasn't a guarantee because we started 13th. We had to move up a couple spots there. First points. Wait, Ibanez our better racer. She is, isn't it? She's just better than Fernandez, isn't she? Which is awesome. That basically locks us into 8th place. Not guaranteed, but it's very unlikely these other guys get points. Again, not impossible, but unlikely. And that basically locks in us in 8th place, and that's really good to see. Oh my goodness, there's some fast pit stops. We've got to keep working on the pit stop timings after all. If we want to win this thing, yeah, we got to keep working on the pit stop timings after all. We're in the lead, but not by much. We did have 2 good pit stops, but nothing. I mean, our pit stops are great, but yeah, not good enough. There we go. 750,000 bucks almost. I don't mind paying off some bonuses if they're going to continue to race that way. There's some new chassis. 82 rating on her. Oh, she's going to be such a good driver. She's going to be such a good driver in a year or two. Very exciting to see. All right. Well, there we go. That's race number 1. Nobody. They actually had a regulation for, hey, do you want to lower the cost cap? Nobody wants to lower the cost cap. That is the only time I've ever seen unanimous. That is awesome. That is so awesome. All right. All right. We did good. We did good, guys. We got to replace some parts, unfortunately. It's all right. We've been making a few where we can. And we're trying... Oh, I got a couple things I want to talk about before we get into the next race. First up, I did, just to show you pit crew. Here's the development I chose. Oh, you can't really see all of it, but I basically am doing a little bit of mix of gym training and pit stop drill to try to keep it around 2.4. With the way these other cars are doing their pit stops, though, we're going to need to push this down further if we want to win that and guarantee that we win that. So we'll go back to just working solely on gym training, but getting that speed up is going to be even better. So we'll work on that here in a bit. As far as replacement, so again, we have 2 years left on her. She should be fine. I mean, she could still get poached, but these two guys should be fine. Obviously, we got this guy poached. We weren't able to finish this guy. Unfortunately, the guy we were going after to replace him also got poached, and I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. As far as drivers, we did just renew him, so he's going to be good for another 4 years. We got another year left on him, so we'll have to renew him in a bit. But as far as the scouting goes, or as far as the technical chief goes, the guy we were going after, which was Lewis Pennington, he got poached by... Oh, sorry, not... What does it say he got his poaching? Somebody changed their mind, because there was somebody went in for him. Weird. All right, whatever. It doesn't matter. What I was going to show you guys, though, is that our driver is joining Williams. All right? So, okay, we'll follow that chain. I was like, okay, if our our technical chief is joining Williams. If our technical chief is joining Williams, let's go get Williams' technical chief. Nope, he's joining Ferrari. Okay, well, let's go get Ferrari's technical chief. Nope, he's joining McLaren. Okay, let's go get McLaren's technical chief. All right, cool. That's the one we can get. So we followed the musical chairs here, and we were able to potentially get a much better technical chief than we were planning on. We were planning on getting this guy at 77. We're going after 86 here because that's just how the dominoes fell. And so we're in negotiation with him. Hopefully we can pick him up. If not, we'll figure something else out after that. But that is who we are going after to replace this guy whose contract expires here in a couple months. Cool. All right, let's continue. There's our rear wings being done. So we got 4 and 3. That should get us into the end of the season. 4 and 1. It'll be close. 5 and 4 definitely should get us to the end of the season, I think. 4 and 1 should be okay. 3 and 3 definitely should get us to the end of the season. And finally, 3 and 2 might get us into the season. We might have to create another suspension at some point. We'll see. Getting a little bit tight, some of those. External contract offer. Do I care about affiliate drivers? How much do I care about? Should I care about affiliate drivers? Like, is there a value they bring to the team somehow? I honestly don't know. I mean, I don't ever plan to use them. I don't think they're ever going to be good enough to use. Do they give us a boost in some form or fashion that I'm just not aware of? I'm going to kind of ignore them because I don't see a reason for them, to be perfectly honest. If somebody knows a reason for them, let me know. Obviously, they're new to this version of F1 Manager, so I've not had to deal with them before. All right, let's get to Singapore. I don't think there's anything we have to change here. We got points. I'm extremely happy. All right, there's our front wing research. I think is that our last research? Because we got the rear wing coming up here in like a couple of days, right? We've already done 2, 3, 2, 2, and 2. And we're going to do a third one here. So we're going to do one more rear wing. So I was watching a video, just by the way, I was watching a video of somebody who plays a lot of F1 Manager, a YouTuber that I watch sometimes, and they were saying that, you know, the the update balances for 1.6 are better, but what you might need to do is just do less research or just don't use the sliders. And then that'll make it challenging. And I'm like, so don't min-max, right? Like, so in other words, intentionally tank yourself is the only way to make this game challenging still. Oh my God, it's so frustrating. Doing less research, dumbest, I mean, that's a dumb idea, quite frankly. Why? Why would I do less research? It's not my fault that I can be dominant because I'm a smarter player than the rest of the AI. Not using sliders, well then why do the sliders exist? So yeah, if your argument to me is don't use sliders or increase the weight or do less research, and those are your fixes for the difficulty challenge in this game, then I will just stop playing the game right now. That is not a fix for difficulty. That is a very silly way to fix difficulty. So we are not doing that. I'm going to research as much as I feel like we should. I'm going to min-max to the max. And we're going to play this out. And if we win in 3 seasons, we win in 3 seasons, and that just proves the game is too easy. So that's how it's going to be. Any other option is not fun for me. That is not a fun way to play the game. If I don't get to play with the sliders and I don't get to do all the research I want to do, well, then I'm basically not getting to play the game. Well, then why am I playing the game? You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at. Cool. Yeah, we definitely want to research one more rear wing. That was the plan all along. We have hours available for it. We might go over cost cap if we do. Hey, if we go over cost cap and we get fired because of it, well then that'll be a way for us to restart the run, I guess. No, but how do I usually do this? Where's my notebook? Usually for rear wing, I've been doing drag reduction and high speed. Another solution was, only do 2 sliders. Like, force yourself to only do 2 sliders. I'm like, why? Why would I ever force myself to not min-max? Like, that takes away all the fun of this game. Not a solution. Not a solution at all. I mean, I could put some points into these because of the car research expertise reduction, but honestly, those are things that I just don't care about as much on the rear wing. So we're just going to continue playing it out the way I want to play it out, and we'll see where that gets us. 1.8 mil is a lot of money. A lot of money. That basically puts us at cost cap if I did my math right. We'll take a look at that again here in a second. I mean, this is going to have to be good enough. Not much we can do about that. If we come back over here to finances, go to cost cap. We have 6.29 left. So we got about 3.5 left to spend on facilities. 150,000 there. 300,000 there, so maybe between the two, that's another $500,000. So that's about 4 mil. Another $500,000 there, 4.5 mil. So 4.5 mil puts us at 1.7 mil left under cost cap. We are on the line of cost cap, but that's going to be fine. Unless we have to do an emergency part. Oof, I just jinxed ourselves, didn't I?
Our Formula One season continues here.
Ooh, we're gonna have rain on this run. That's scary actually, because that could potentially lose us some parts. I'm actually terrified of the rain. I'm not gonna lie. For that reason alone. All right, let me go do practice and qualifying, and I'll be right back. All right, we are back, ready for our race here. We did qualify 13th with Ibanez, pretty normal. 18th with Fernandez, right on the line, which is not good. He does have some effects of some staff mentality, staff performance rating going against him right now because of some of the sponsor stuff. I didn't care because we're just trying to survive. Like, I don't really care that it took him a little. Normally during like a race where I would actually think he's gonna be competitive, I probably wouldn't do that. But in this case, it wasn't that big. It was not that big of a deal. So obviously these strategies are not going to work because we have to change tires at least once. So let's see what that's going to look like. It is going to be rainy basically the entire time. Okay. And technically it's going to start off very wet, but it get drier quickly. So presumably we're just going to add a sprint for more enters somewhere in the middle here and arbitrarily just plop them down somewhere. I mean, probably go pretty aggressive on both of them. So whatever that looks like. Let's see, arbitrarily, I guess we're going to just look at the race times here. Something like that. And then we have to do the same with you. Down to minus 29, it looks like. Something like that. All right, good enough. Well, let's go with that. A little nervous about starting off right off the bat here, but just because it's going to be wet and our tires are not necessarily designed for wet. But I'm assuming that everybody else is going to anyway, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. Let's go. A little nervous, like I said, about this.
And this is it. The Singapore Grand Prix. And it's lights out.
I assume nobody's starting on wets, right? Yeah, nobody's starting on wets. Okay. Let's go change some driver stuff. Rarely defend, stay medium and overtake. That's fine. Rarely defend, stay medium and overtake. We're not going to go too crazy here. And let's go. That should dry up here pretty quickly. One saving grace, I suppose.
We've got a yellow
Already getting
flag.
yellow flag, though. Yeah, right into the wall.
I hit the wall.
Let's have a look then.
I didn't mean to see the...
Turn 6.
I don't care about the overtake. I want to see the crash. Full on safety car deployed.
And there's been quite a crash.
Goodness gracious.
Right then.
There's going to be a lot of
let's have
crashes.
look now. Right, we're at turn 9. That's the location for this one. And ends up in the wall.
Ow.
That won't do that.
Full on safety car. So we're just going to obviously be slowed down here, which is fine. Not really much for us to do. I mean, there's no reason to pit or anything like that. Ibanez currently in points, but I'm not going to go crazy here. I want to play this safe. Taking care of our money situation is more important than 1 point here, I believe. All right, we are back down to damp up officially, which is great to see. With this starting stacked up like this, though, this is just asking for more accidents. Although both the accidents we've seen so far were solo accidents. They just ran into the walls. Oh my goodness. More crashes. Oh! Did he run into us? Was that us? I saw a blue car. I think we're okay. I don't think there's any reason to change tires though, is there? I mean, I guess we might as well. Because then we can change again later. I mean, I don't know if there's any reason to, but I also don't think there's any penalty to. Now, we're assuming it's going to be still wet. Oh, he must have run into Williams, maybe? Obviously also blue. It's possible that it could be starting to dry soon.
As we get back underway. And it's lights out, and away we go.
All right, let's look at this. Nah, it's going to stay wet the whole time. So we're good. We're good on the current strategy still. Although strategy is going to be thrown out the window a little bit, but that's all right. It's all getting kind of scary. I'm not going to lie. Tons of fuel, though. That's fine. We'll drop you down to aggressive. Just wanted to get a little bit of pushing here. And honestly, we can stay heavy on the fuel for quite some time, I think. We should stay pretty hot. It's starting to come down a little bit. I think we'll be fine. All right, let's just settle in here. I guess I should go ahead and set up the strategies just so we get the notices and stuff. Otherwise, I might forget. You never know. So I had add a strategy of another set of enters. Alright, that's good. Let's go with that. I don't know that we'll get points in this race, but I think we'll definitely have both drivers above top 18. I mean, we're almost guaranteed to have both drivers above top 18 based on how people have already left the race. Definitely be more aggressive on our tires than everybody else is. Maybe I'll just go ahead and calm those down after all. Oh, we've already had the pit stop. Oh, I'm dumb. This counted as the pit stop. We don't have to pit again. Oh, I'm dumb. Yeah, we don't have to pit again. I think it's too late now. It would not be if we weren't so far down. It's possible if we really toned it down. You know what? I think we're just going to go for it. I think we're just going to go for it, and we'll just play it out. But that's on me. I should think about that. The red. I thought she's saying I'm all right. Maybe that's not us.
And we've had a crash on track.
Albin.
So let's take a look at the replay. Let's have a look as we go into the 13th corner.
What's behind us?
And that's the moment the car...
Yeah, in retrospect, I should have remembered that the red flag would have counted as a pit stop. I'm 90% sure, and therefore we did not need to do a second pit stop. Well, that goes one guy out.
There's a yellow flag now.
What we are afraid of. Hopefully he just damaged the front wing. I have my doubts though. I guess with one of these virtual cars we could always have pitted in. Probably would have been a smart idea. I'll play it out for now, though. Annoying. Really hoping we wouldn't have a crash. He crashed in 18th place though, which is insane. So at least he got 18th or higher. Or yeah. So we got the money for him. Even though we're going to have to turn around and spin it again. On parts. I mean, I get that the track is looking dry. But it's going to get wet again, so we're not changing anything. I'm assuming everybody else is going to stay on until the end. Yeah, they are. So we're the only ones pitting. Another crash. Several cars involved.
Now I'm just looking here. Possibly Ocon's part of that.
Again, it's behind us. Ow, ow, ow. No yellow flag or anything, though. What ahead of us is crashing, though, except for the one, Perez, of course. Alright, here comes our mistake pit stop, but that's alright. Wait, did I just... No, but... Oh, these are actually worn down more. Oh, never mind. I did not even notice. I mean, we want to go on inners again, right? Yeah, it's about to get wet again. Terrible pit stop. Wow. Part of me says just pit again just so I can get the pit stop thing. This positioning at the moment is not going to matter. Honestly, you know, we are going to pit again. Just to try to get the pit stop timing thing.
Something's happened. Looks like the Alpine.
Man, such a crazy race. Come on, fast pit stop. Let's go. Everybody else pit, so that means we are going to have some competition, unfortunately. It's a terrible pit stop. I mean, at this point, we play the game, and we're not going to get any worse, and we're not going to get any better. So, I mean, we're going to do this until we get a good pit stop. 233. Okay, we'll take it. Good enough. And it really did not cost us anything. It potentially gained us a bunch of money at the end of the season and cost us essentially nothing. I mean, we're not going to be able to get past, you know, catch up with 15th here because he was able to unlap, but it doesn't matter. 16th is fine. 18th or higher is all we need. Unless we're going to get into points, which we weren't going to get into points. 18th and higher is all we needed. And we've got that, so I'm happy. Now, it still might not be the fastest pit stop, but at least puts us on the board, theoretically. Haven't actually, I can go look, but I'm not going to min-max it that much necessarily. Just make sure you're playing it super safe here. In fact, we'll just go ahead and jump back on this. We'll jump back on that. Let's just settle in here. We don't need to risk anything here. We're already going to have some expense because of Fernandez.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
All right, we got what we needed, which is top 18 on both drivers and presumably a top 10 pit stop on one of them. Number one. Exactly what we wanted. Now, unfortunately, some of the other guys got double points, but at least by getting that fastest, the fact that McLaren got 15 and 12 and then Ferrari got 10 and 18, we cut into that a little bit. So it means they're not going to gain on us quite as much as they would have before. So that was I think it was a good move. Why don't we get money for you? Because you didn't finish? I assumed since you did technically finish 18th, it would have counted, but I guess not. I'm so scared to see how bad this is. I mean, you got to change your front wing. That's fine. You got to change your underfloor. That's fine. Chassis is completely missing. All right. Great. Drop you down to this one. Up you down to that one. You're basically just gonna be a slow car now, but we gotta use the parts we got. We gotta get to the end of the season. All right, you're good there. It's getting tight. I mean, we don't have that many races left, but we might still have to create a couple more parts. Yeah, we'll see. Definitely getting tight here at the end. Or it should still be happy with you, though. Hopefully if we go slightly over cost cap, it's not going to be the end of the world. We'll find out. All right, we're going to put a cut in there. When we come back, how many races do we actually have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 races. Oh, it's a lot to get through. We're definitely going to have to create more parts, aren't we? It's unfortunate. We'll see how it goes. But I do appreciate you guys watching. God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.